要被 movie star， 要被 movie star。
What is going on, people of the earth? We have a lot of catching up to do with the van, and then just some of the normal things that we've been up to. I am stuck at home with COVID, so I thought we might catch up with the van and explain a little some of the stuff that we've done over the past few weeks. I haven't got much of it or any of it on video, but we're here now. So all the floor got, well, the garage side of the van got rhino lined. We did the wheel wells and all of the garage side. We used the Hercules liner, and I just got that from Ace. I think it was like 80 bucks. Covered the whole van, and then I had to buy a touch-up can because we kind of fucked up painting and we started in a bad place and we couldn't reach certain sections. But besides that, it all came out really good. We got a little bit of overspray. I think that was from the touch-up spray can. That's okay. And then second of all, we're not using straps anymore. We're using these. So they're made by Risk Racing, and they're just peg locks. Straps are shitty, and I don't like using straps, and I don't have anywhere to actually lock my front tire. So these are what are gonna work for the van. I have 3 of them, obviously for 3 different bikes, because that was the goal. And so far they've been rock solid. I've only broken one, and they work pretty good. So moving on with the bed. The bed, well, one of the beds is done. This is a 2-piece bed, pretty much. So we have a fold away section that we'll tuck away. This just really gives us the easiest access to allow mount these 2 bikes that are going to be underneath the bed. These 2 are loaded in backwards so that it doesn't interfere with the handlebars, and then this one comes in loaded forward. We kept this section of the bed stationary. We'll get back to one of these days and maybe make this look all nice, but for now we're going to keep this flat top so we can use it for anything that we want to or need to. If we need to fix something on the van, if we need to fix something on the bikes, and then it also gives us a nice little section to cook off of if we cook out. So if I had to touch up on some of the parts of the bed, it would be the way that we kind of welded straight to the frame. Probably wasn't the best idea, but we did it anyways. So we went here for one support, there for another support, and then I think we have another support on this side of the bed that goes directly off the wall. So we also did kind of make this bridge section, and then we have a pretty big under section here. It's probably 2 feet from here to here, so that gives us plenty of space to add more stuff like the sink, like I explained. And then we use just steel cable and then door hinges on the inside here, and these have been very sturdy and very strong. So all of this welding and pretty much 90% of the fabricating was done by my brother-in-law Zach. So it's a huge shout out to him. Thank you so much, Zach, for getting this done and structurally safe. I tried welding, and no, I'm not a good welder. It's funny because I went and bought a TIG welder because I wanted to TIG weld everything, and that was a giant mistake. You should learn how to TIG weld before you spend a lot of money on a TIG welder. And yeah, we're just using wood for now. This isn't even cut to the right size, but it works. I've actually spent several nights in this van, even in really cold weather. So when we were in Virginia City, I think it was about 30 degrees. I think we did get snow at one point at night, and I slept just fine in here. So that was pretty fun. That was exciting. And for the further plans on the van, they have changed. I originally wanted a restroom, a shower and a restroom inside the van. I think we're only going to stick with the restroom inside the van, and then the shower has to get moved out. Couldn't really find a place to fit it in. For the sink, we'll have a slide out drawer that comes out from under here, along with our skillet to cook food on the go and stuff. We do have a sink here and a faucet that my best friend gave me. Actually kind of a nice one. So looks pretty now, but I'm sure it's gonna get ruined because I'm pretty good at ruining things. And so yeah. On top of that, we've just been doing a lot of traveling and a lot of racing lately. So we did the VCGP in Virginia City, which is the Virginia City Grand Prix. Didn't do so great, crashed out. But I was able to record that one because it wasn't AMA sanctioned, and I was able to use my GoPro on my helmet. So I'll show a little bit of that race, obviously only the good parts. And then I was also participating with a team that was racing the Vegas to Reno, and that was a lot of fun. So I went out there with 2 or 3 of my best friends and just kicked ass in the race. We blew the motor at pit 7, swapped the motor, and continued racing. So that was pretty cool. That was interesting. Alright, well, let's break this race down. That was a little fist pump with the neighbor, you know, give him good looks and good vibes. I didn't necessarily read through the rule book or anything, but the 2 main rules that I was told is you have to race for 4 hours. That's mandatory. That's the only way to actually finish the race and go through the checkers, was racing for 4 full hours. I only got in 1.5 lap in, as I crashed out pretty early in my 2nd lap, and that was unfortunate. I was doing pretty good, and it was a great race overall, but as you can see, I didn't get a great start, just hanging out, and I mean, I knew I had to race for 4 hours, so there's no need to rush. And as you can see, there's going to be a guy that fell in the very first turn, and then I almost slip out because I was paying attention to him. So that's rule number 1 in racing: pay attention to yourself, don't worry about anybody else, and make the best out of your own race. There's a lot of hill climbs in this race, so we're going to get into the very first hill climb of the trail, and it's about a 28-mile loop. This 20-mile loop was extremely rocky and a lot of hill climbs. The good part is I'm pretty decent at climbing hills. I feel like that's one of my stronger points, and you just gotta deal with a lot of traffic. The traffic here was heavy throughout the entire race. There was lots of traffic. I think there was about 550 something registered racers that raced that day. So like you saw in the beginning of the race, in the starting line, they were launching 10 racers every 30 seconds to get us all going. And within only, you know, out of the 500 or something, I think I was about 190th in line to take off, which, you know, gives you about 200 riders in front of me already, and that's extremely challenging, trying to get through everybody's dust, everybody's rocks, and just trying to get through clean and everything. This first lap I was not really being aggressive. I was just kind of trying to find my way through all the difficult sections, familiarize myself with the terrain, just because I've never been out here, didn't know it was going to be so damn rocky. And so this is, a good little section for me. I'm making some passes and feeling good, but I do one rookie mistake. One big mistake that sets me back for a long period. I see this guy fell on the ground just further up, and this guy in front of me tries to cut on the right side of him. And I thought he was going to keep going, but he stops. So then all that work that I just put in to get through maybe 2 or 4 guys, just lost. Just goes down the drain from a simple mistake of me trailing somebody else and not knowing what he was going to do. I should have just picked another line and carried that line over. There was a lot of single track out here too, kind of like this stuff. It's pretty difficult to pass, very little room. Another hill climb. This one I actually tip over myself. I didn't know what happened really. It was just super dusty, and then we have this cool guy. But the dust was pretty bad. I'm surprised the camera can see a little bit past the dust better than I can. I'm just trying to follow. I'm assuming the guy right in front of me can see a little bit more clear than I can, and I was trying to follow his line, but he wobbles, and then I wobble, and then I go down. But it's part of the race, and get back up. So we're pretty much wrapping up one full lap here of the 28 miles. We're pulling into pits right now, and the cool part about this race is we race through the town actually. So they have a really nice, fun little layout that you go up and down and weave through the streets, which is, I don't think any other city will ever let us do this, like Virginia City will. But you can either go through these little barricades and got some people cheering there. Go through the barricades, decide whether you want to stop or get fuel or something to eat or whatever. But this is the same hill that we came down on starting the race. The checkered, not the checkered flag, but the moto tally counter, which counts your every lap, is just right up here. You'll see Jen's sister Lacey standing right next to the fence, and this is going to complete one lap. So yeah, there you have it. This is Virginia City. And hopefully next year we can come back for 2022. Finish your race, maybe place in a good place. And have fun.